In this lecture, implement the concept of constructor chaining. To do that, let's first rename this package. I don't like the name of this package because we are calling it super keyword, but we are doing a lot of other things inside it. Right click on it, refactor, rename, or you can simply hit F2 button or Control Shift R. New name, let's call it more inheritance concepts. You can name it more inheritance if you want to, but I am giving it a long name, more inheritance concepts. Hit OK, continue. And Eclipse automatically renames the package, and the package is inside each of the classes. That's the beauty of using an IDE. So if you go to the top, the name of the package is more inheritance concepts now. So to do constructor chaining, we'll be creating two more classes. Right click, new class. First class, let's call it super class. Finish. Constructor chaining is a concept where using the super method and the this method you have learned earlier, we can access more than one constructor of the child and parent in a single object creation. Let's see that. Let's define a variable int x. Constructor superclass. We'll define a default constructor. We can leave it as public. Control D. Sysout within double quotes. No arg constructor. No arg superclass constructor. Copy that, paste, add an argument int x, enter this dot x is equal to x. Remove the no and print arg superclass constructor. Because there is one arg, you can even say one arg superclass constructor. Double click to minimize, create a child class which extends this class. Right click, new class, call it child class because we already have a class called child. We are explicitly calling child class. You can browse here, search for super class, select it, hit OK. That will become your super class because this child class extends that super class. Enter, add a constructor, child class. This is the default constructor, sysout child class, no arg, or let's be consistent, no arg child class constructor. Close the double quotes, copy, paste, add an argument int x. We are not going to use this int x. There are no variables on this class. Create a main method within this child class and we'll see constructor chaining in action. Create an instance of the child C or child class. C is equal to new, control space, child class. Now we need to invoke all the constructors. That is what is called constructor chaining. Not all, it depends on the requirement on hand, but I'm going to show you how to invoke the various constructors available on the child class as well as the parent class. Here, within this default constructor, we'll use the this method and pass 10 to invoke the argument constructor. So this will invoke this constructor here. And within this constructor, we can pass the x value to the super constructor by passing in x. And in the super class, this method gets called. This is nothing but constructor chaining. So depending on your business requirements, you can also use the default constructor available here. So within the super classes argument constructor, you can call this, which is the default constructor. So now all the constructors are called In the main method, we will first invoke the default constructor on the child class. The child class's default constructor will invoke the argument constructor on the child class, which in turn invokes the super constructor with an argument which will go here. And the super constructor with an argument is calling its own constructor which does not take any arguments. This is called constructor chaining. You need not do this exactly in this order. You need not pass this value from here. You can pass it from the main method and you need not invoke all the constructors, but this is just a demo. Right click, run as Java application. First, no arg superclass constructor gets called, that is the order, or that gets printed. No one arg superclass constructor, because always the superclass is the one which gets instantiated first, so its constructors are getting called, and then no arg child class constructor is getting called, this one here, and then no arg child class constructor, or we should change this to arg child class constructor. So if you put this system.out.println before this super, you will see a different order. If you put this after it, you will see a different order, but you are not allowed to do that because super and this must be the first statements in your constructors. Let's run it again just to see the proper output. So no arg superclass constructor, one arg superclass constructor, arg constructor from child class, and no arg child class constructor. And always remember, if there is an argument constructor, you will the compiler will not generate a no arg constructor. In this case, if I delete this, immediately there will be a compilation issue because there will be no default constructor injected by the compiler because I have explicitly defined a argument constructor. Control Z or Control Z. Same with the superclass. If I go to superclass and I delete the default constructor, save it immediately, I will see a error because there is no constructor injected. To summarize, in this lecture, you have learnt about constructor chaining, which uses the super and this methods to chain or invoke one constructor from an other constructor. And always this or super, either this or super must be the first line inside a constructor.